Hello, Master. Today, our group is going to present the basic structure of quantitative research study. First, my classmate will present the research topic. Then we will explain the research problem, the variables, the operationalization, and the data collection process.
Hello, teacher. The topic we choose is the impact of visual learning strategies on English vocabulary acquisition in a student with dyslexia. We selected this topic because dyslexia affects reading, spelling, and language processing. This making learning English vocabulary difficult because English has complex spelling and pronunciation rules. This topic is important because visual strategies like images, flashcards, videos, and diagrams help students understand and remember new words more easily. It is directly related to English learning because vocabulary is essential for communication, reading, and expressing ideas. For students with dyslexia, visual strategies offer alternative ways to learn, making English more accessible and inclusive. We choose this topic because it helps us understand to improve teaching methods and support our learners in the classroom.
In this part, I will explain the problem and the purpose of our study. Learning English as a foreign language, as all of us know, can be particularly challenging for students with dyslexia, mainly because they often struggle with reading, spelling, and recognizing words. In many classroom, teachers still rely on traditional methods such as memorization, repetitive reading, and grammar-based instruction. However, these approaches do not always respond to the specific needs for this kind of students. As a result, students with dyslexia may show low motivation, limited vocabulary retention, and less participation during English lessons. For this reason, visual learning strategies such as images, flashcards, videos, audiobooks, graphic organizers, and color-coded materials can be very helpful. These strategies allow students to connect new vocabulary with visual support, which makes learning more meaningful and easier to remember. Therefore, this study aims to investigate how visual learning strategies can support vocabulary acquisition, improve participation, and enhance overall learning experience for students with dyslexia.
In this research, there are two main variables. The independent variable is visual learning strategies. These include the use of image, flashcards, videos, graphic organizer, colors, and other visual materials that support the learning process. These strategies are used to help students understand and remember vocabulary more easily. The dependent variable is English vocabulary acquisition in students with dyslexia. This refers to how students learn, understand, retain, and use new English words. In this study, we want to analyze how visual learning strategies can influence vocabulary learning in students with dyslexia, and whether these strategies can improve their participation and learning experience in the English classroom.
This study focuses on two main variables: visual learning strategies and English vocabulary acquisition in students with dyslexia. The independent variable is visual learning strategies. These are measurable through classroom activities and material that use visual support, such as flashcards, images, videos, graphic organizer, color-coded vocabulary, audiobooks, and visual presentation. Indicators include how often these materials are used, how much students participate, and their level of engagement and motivation. Data will be collected through observation checklists, teacher notes, and student feedback. The dependent variable is English vocabulary acquisition. This will be measurable by students' ability to recognize, understand, remember, and correctly use new words after applying visual strategies. Indicators include vocabulary test results, attention over time, pronunciation accuracy, and the use of new words in speaking and writing. Pre-test and post-test will show progress, while interviews and classroom activities will help evaluate the overall learning experience.
This study used three types of data: categorical, ordinal, and continuous data. First, categorical data used to classify the visual learning strategies applied during English lessons, such as flashcard, videos, images, and audiobooks. This helps organize the teacher resources used in the classroom. Second, ordinal data is collected through observation checklists and questionnaires. This type of data measures students' motivation, presentation, and engagement. It's also used Likert scales such as agree, neutral, and disagree to analyze student and teacher work, visual learning strategies. Finally, continuous data is obtained from pre-test and post-test. These results help measure vocabulary improvement and pronunciation accuracy after applying visual strategies in class. Overall, these three types of data are important because they provide information about student learning progress and classroom experience. Thank you.